Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Monday, May 15th, 2023. I am Mikkel Maloney. The winning entry in the Department of Gender Affairs logo competition was unveiled on Friday, May 12th, during a prize-giving ceremony at the department's conference room. The competition, which ran from February 10th to March 31st, sought to involve the general public in the creation of the department's new logo. From a total of 9 participants who submitted a total of 15 entries, Michael Morton emerged as the competition's winner. Morton explained the idea behind the logo and expressed gratitude to the judges for selecting his entry as the winner.
So in reviewing the competition flyer that I saw, given by somebody who saw potential in me, I looked at the flyer and thought, a logo for gender affairs and what they do. I was kind of skeptical at first because, of course, I do other things and I was very busy. But when I came to, I started to design. At first, I started with a blank black circle, and I changed that further to the yellow color that you're seeing on the screen. After that, I added the symbol of gender, male and female, and the equality that we both represent. The avatars on the right-hand side on the screen are representing male and female. The blue represents the male, and the pink represents the female, with the bun to represent the different. Green is basically another representation of gender, and the purple is because the previous activities that I saw was mainly purple and orange. Okay. Of course, the wording says itself, Department of Gender Affairs Nevis, and the blue and white outline is just to highlight the blank yellow color that we had on the logo. So I thank you for the judges who chose my logo as the winning logo, and I appreciate it very well that I know that my skills have been taking me very far.
Minister of Gender Affairs, the Honorable Janelle Nisbet, expressed the hope that the logo would be properly utilized to help promote the work of the Department of Gender Affairs.
This is definitely a beautiful logo that captures the essence of gender affairs in Nevis. We would have had some 15 entries, as you would have heard earlier, and this one just stood out in its nature. It is simple, artistic, and fully captures the work that we do at Gender Affairs. It is not Women's Affairs Department. Gender Affairs Department places a lot of emphasis on ensuring that all genders, both genders, are celebrated, and we target the special needs of those individuals, both men and women and other marginalized groups within our society. So the idea behind this logo was to be able to create something that represents the department, increases the visibility, and helps the public to know what work we are doing here, and that you can reach out to us and come find us. Sometimes knowing something is not the same as having a visual reminder, and that was one of the goals of creating this logo. So hopefully once you see the logo, you're reminded of the work here, and it inspires you to volunteer, make conscious decisions to improve the gender balance and gender situation here in Nevis.
Also present at the prize-giving ceremony was Acting Director of the Department of Gender Affairs, Saros Hendrickson, who gave an overview of the competition, and Junior Clerk Kalia Warner, who delivered the vote of thanks. The event was chaired by Chanel Hobson. The Royal St. Christopher and the Nevis Police Force is investigating the armed robbery of the Mems Pizzeria in Nevis. The incident occurred about 11 p.m. on Saturday, May 13th, 2023, after the business had closed. Reports indicate that one of the proprietors was approached by 2 armed assailants while she was parked in the business's yard. The robbers demanded money and proceeded to steal her bag and phone. Upon realizing there was a robbery in progress, the staff closed the business's entrance door. The robbers then fired several shots at the building, wounding a staff member. The crime scene unit processed the crime scene and collected all items of evidential value. The public will be appropriately updated as the investigation progresses.
This workshop today, I believe, is very, very timely, extremely appropriate for those of you in this age category.
Deputy Premier the Honorable Eric Evelyn making remarks at the second annual Financial Management Workshop hosted by the Premier's Ministry. Some 30 persons between the ages of 18 and 35 years benefited from the workshop.
We are always guilty of spending money on things that we do not need, on things that we probably will need for today, and we don't need for tomorrow and next week and next month and next year. So we spend a lot of money on things that we use probably once. We are guilty of trying to follow the crowd. Whatever my friend does, whatever my neighbor does, whatever my brother or my sister does, I want to do. And I want to outdo the other person. And many of the times we are trying to impress somebody. We are trying to impress our neighbors, we are trying to impress our family members, we are trying to impress our significant other, and most of all, sometimes we are trying to impress ourselves, which is not very necessary. And so a lot of the times, the things that we do, the things that we spend money on, is not necessary. And in essence, that money is wasted, that money is squandered, and you engage in reckless spending. And I'm sure almost all of you, if not all of you who are here in this room today, have been involved in some way in reckless spending. We find nowadays, and as I said, it's not only the younger person, but some of the older ones as well. Whatever someone else does, I have to do. As young people, you have to guard yourselves against that. Some of you may want an education. You may want to go to study overseas. You may want a vehicle. You may want a home for yourselves. And if you constantly engage in reckless spending, you would not be able to reach these goals. And so this workshop today, I believe, is very, very timely, extremely appropriate for those of you in this age category. Because I said, you are our future.
The May 10th workshop focused on financial planning and sustainability, including budgeting, savings, and debt management, as well as asset and wealth generation. Still to come, PAP cash transfers continue as government workers to enhance opportunities to promote gainful engagement. The details after this break.
Tune into NNC on MTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.
Welcome back. Cash transfers of $500 are continuing every month to qualifying citizens and residents as the government of St. Kitts and Nevis provides support under the Poverty Alleviation Program, PAP. Estimates on government expenditure for the PAP will be $30 to $40 million this year, as persons continue to register for support while others graduate as their economic situation improves. Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, says the government is working to enhance opportunities so people can enjoy a better quality of life. Prime Minister Drew says they are also talking about building a sustainable island state and that PAP is not a sustainable process. During the roundtable discussion with members of the media on May 11, 2023, he went on to say they depend fundamentally on tourism and the Citizenship by Investment program, but PAP was not sustainable the way it was established. Instead, the government's focus is on empowering people with initiatives such as increasing the minimum wage and expanding opportunities for work as a means to address poverty. The Prime Minister said his government wants to help people to grow well through home ownership, land ownership, and increased wages, get better educated, start a small business, sharpen their skills, get into the workforce, and produce. Prime Minister Drew said this will help the country to be built on merit and create additional opportunities for productive persons to be gainfully engaged, while the $500 PAP cash transfers assist the most vulnerable in society. The following is a notice from the Premier's Ministry regarding the temporary closure of the Land Registry. The Premier's Ministry advises of the closure of the Land Registry in Nevis from Monday 15th to Friday 19th May 2023 for the purpose of relocation of its offices to the R.G. Solomon Arcade in Charlestown. Services will resume at the new location on the morning of Monday, May 22nd, 2023. The Ministry regrets any inconvenience which may be caused due to this temporary closure. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Michael Maloney. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.